4. Welcome to W&L Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Jeremy Franklin. This week, we'll speak with women's cross-country coach Kris Hoey, senior women's soccer captain Klann, and junior riding captain Allison Lemon. But first, here's a look back at last weekend in Washington and Lee sports. The volleyball team ran its win streak to 12 matches with 3-1 victories over ODAC rival Bridgewater and Marietta College at the Warner Center on Saturday. In the triumph over the Eagles, senior Rachel Phillips had 16 kills and classmate Christy Stevens tallied 45 assists. Phillips added 19 kills against Marietta. The field hockey team closed the regular season with its 5th straight shutout, beating Virginia Wesleyan 6-0 on the road. Steph Manzi had a hat trick, while fellow senior Sally Armstrong notched 2 goals and 1 assist. In women's swimming, Washington and Lee won the ODAC Fall Relays at Cy Twombly Pool. Sophomore Dana Fredericks and first-year Izzy Brashfield each participated on 4 winning relay teams to lead the way for the Generals. Also on Saturday, the men's soccer team fell 1-0 to Hampton-Sydney at Watt Field. Washington and Lee then booked a spot in the ODAC tournament when junior James Pym converted a penalty kick in the second overtime to down Bridgewater 2-1 on the road on Tuesday. The Generals came out on top in a thrilling ODAC football contest at Guilford, winning 28-21 on sophomore quarterback Charlie Westfall's 21-yard touchdown run with 3:39 to play. W&L overcame 3 second-half turnovers and got a 99-yard kickoff return for a score by sophomore John Cavanaugh in a wild fourth quarter. The Generals improved to 2-2 in the conference. Also at Guilford on Saturday, women's soccer played to a 1-1 draw with the Quakers. Senior Maggie getting goals from Sutherland and sophomore Corinne Smith. In riding, our guest today, Allison Lemon, was the overall champion at the Oak Ridge Medal Finals at the Randolph College Riding Center on Sunday. Lemon won the gymnastics and jumping phases, while sophomore Tamara Morse was also the event's reserve champion. And in golf, Washington and Lee wrapped up its fall season by placing 11th at Guilford's Tom O'Brien Invitational on Monday and Tuesday. With me now is women's cross-country coach Kris Hoey. Kris, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Kris, you've got the ODAC Championship coming up this Saturday. We'll talk more about that in a moment. This was supposed to be a rebuilding year for Washington and Lee with the great senior class that you lost, but you've had just as much success this fall. How have the Generals been able to be so competitive this year?
Well, you know, I found that I've kind of put my faith in our team this year, and we've had a lot of people step up, and it's just been a really great year for the team. This is a team's team. This group of young ladies have really come together, and it's just been great to coach them this year.
Tell us a little bit about the Roanoke College course that you'll be competing on Saturday.
Well, it has a wide variety of things going on there. We've got some open fields to run in. We've got some rolling hills. We have a very steep kind of almost like steps. It's pretty short but very steep. But kind of look around here in Lexington, and we've got everything to kind of practice on and train on a daily basis. So they haven't got anything there in Roanoke that we haven't seen.
What kind of competition do you expect from the rest of the conference?
Well, a lot of people have some, great individuals and great teams out there. I think the Generals can, expect a fight. But, if I was going to bet on who would win out there, I think the Generals would have a good shot.
Looking forward to the NCAA Regional, which is November 14th down at Guilford. What will the Generals need to do to compete against the best teams in the South?
Well, I'm definitely focused on the ODAC Championships for this weekend, and I'll start thinking about that regional meet coming up pretty soon.
Well, Coach, good luck as you look to win the school's 6th consecutive ODAC Championship at Roanoke on Saturday.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Joined now by Klann, senior soccer captain from Denver. Roz, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Generals have 17 underclassmen on a roster of 23. You lost a great senior class last year, and yet you've had better results on the field this fall. What has happened to make things click so well for the Generals?
I think bringing in underclassmen each year raises the level of competition for all the returners. It makes you fight for your spot year to year in that starting position that you want so badly, so you can play in every game. And I think just having these underclassmen has made everybody more competitive within our squad, and I think it's boosted our work ethic and Our practices have been better than any season I've ever been here, and I know Coach has been pleasantly surprised by how good our practices are. And I think our record is a reflection of how hard we practice and our work ethic, and I think that these underclassmen definitely contributed to this new level of play that we've brought.
What has been your favorite experience as a student athlete at Washington and Lee?
I'd have to say going to the Elite Eight our Maggie and I's freshman year. Definitely something very special that not many people have a chance to experience during a college career. And we've never been back. Hopefully we will be this year, but it was definitely special to be with that team and play through the fall and have an opportunity to keep competing even after the regular season.
You had a tough result against Guilford on Saturday, which will end up costing the Generals a shot at that #1 seed in the conference tournament. How will Washington and Lee fare if you have to play Lynchburg again or if you have to go to Virginia Wesleyan for the final?
Well, we're focusing. We're taking one game at a time, obviously, and hopefully we can beat Bridgewater this afternoon and wrap up that #2 seed, and we'll have 2 games at home. And I have total faith in our team, and we're a great team, and I think we're the team to beat. We're the only team that's beaten the #1 seed, Virginia Wesleyan, so I think we have good competition, but I think we are the team to beat. And whether we're on the road or at home, it's about winning, and we've got to find a way to win. So that's what we'll be focusing on.
As you said, you've got Bridgewater at Watfield today. If you win that, you'll have at least 2 home games in the ODAC tournament. What kind of home field advantage do you expect from getting to play at Watfield?
Well, I know everybody loves playing at home. It'll be nice to have our parents there this weekend. We'll have some fans, but beyond that, we love our field. It's nice to play on a natural surface. Turf gives us some trouble sometimes, so I think it will definitely be an advantage to just be comfortable in the environment we're playing in, and hopefully we'll have a lot of fans there and come out ready to play and be focused.
Well, Roz, thanks for joining us here. Good luck in the ODAC tournament next week.
Thank you.
With me now is Allison Lemon, junior riding captain from Roanoke. Allison, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What were the Generals able to accomplish at the Randolph and Hollins Invitationals earlier this month?
Well, we have a very young team. We have a good number of freshmen, so we were really working on getting everyone together, having a good opening start, getting the freshmen introduced to what collegiate riding is, since it is very different from competing individually, which is what most of them do coming in. So it was really great to show them how it works and get them comfortable in the competition atmosphere. And on Sunday, we actually co-hosted for the very first time, so it was great to have a season start out with that. So.
Could you tell us a little bit about the basics of college equestrian competition?
We get that question a lot. I kind of akin it to swimming, where you have individual competitions and you have a person in each class, and then each person's score adds up to the team total at the end of the day. And usually you have a point rider whose points do count towards the team overall score, and then you have someone who serves as a block to prevent others from getting those points. So it's usually about 2 people per class.
What factors did you consider when choosing to come to Washington and Lee and participate in an intercollegiate sport?
Well, I've ridden since I was 6, so I wanted something that can continue to help my riding grow, but I've never done team sports, so I wanted to have a team that I felt was cohesive with a coach that did want to put that together. And I feel like our coach, Gordon Reistrup, really encourages us to work together as a team. We work out together, we do team dinners all the time, and having that kind of team atmosphere that I've never had was really important to me. So.
You've got just 2 more events in the fall portion of the season, and they're both this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of expectations do you have for Bridgewater and Virginia?
We really want to further get together as a team and really work on individually improving ourselves, but for the good of the overall team. Since we do compete individually in each classes, we really want to focus on what each individual has been working on. We've had practice all week working on our own things that we need to improve on, but putting those together in competition instead of just in practice, really working on coming together and having a good result at the end.
Allison, thank you for joining us here. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
It's Parents Weekend at Washington and Lee, and ODAC postseason action begins for cross country, field hockey, and soccer. The volleyball team will hit the road for its final regular season tune-up with 5 matches over 2 days at the Seahawk Invitational in St. Mary City, Maryland. The Generals will take on 23rd ranked Eastern, Salisbury, Gallaudet, Catholic, and host St. Mary's. The cross-country teams compete at the ODAC Championship meet hosted by Roanoke College on Saturday. The Generals have won 5 straight women's titles, while the men are seeking their 5th crown in 6 years. The football team hosts Bridgewater Saturday at 1 o'clock, while field hockey takes on Roanoke in the first round of the ODAC tournament at the W&L Turf Field at 2. Both soccer teams begin the conference playoffs with quarterfinal contests on Saturday. The women will play at Watt Field while the men take to the road. The time and opponent will be announced later this week. The men's and women's swimming teams host Transylvania at 2 p.m. Saturday. And in riding, Washington and Lee will compete at the Bridgewater Invitational on Saturday and the University of Virginia Invitational on Sunday. For W&L Sports Weekly, I'm Jeremy Franklin. Thanks for watching.